Perfect in every light, a distraction to win the fight. Knock me out with a double cross on my blind side. Silence after the bell rings. We go back to pretending. Act like it never happened. I cover the bruise. When I'm brave enough to speak up, you shut me down. When I show up looking for love, you're not around. Punching above my weight, waiting for you.
Welcome, my friends, to Cuentame USA with Moncho Camano, the same guy every week. Today I'm speaking with Lauren Minear. She's a singer, songwriter, psychotherapist, yoga teacher. She's probably a lot of things that I have no idea about. So we're gonna speak with Lauren regarding her journey into music, I guess we could say, her passions, fears, what she enjoys, and what she resents and rejects. Well, we didn't agree to anything, so maybe she won't talk about that. So we'll see. That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't mean that's what's gonna happen. So she moves around the music genres. We can describe maybe a little indie, pop, folk, music genre influences, and some rock, a little bit of everything we could tell. So she just published her new latest single. It's called Lightweight, and it just came out a couple days ago, on Friday, I believe.
Good.
And what can I say? It's a great song. Great song, great lyrics. I just found out about her like, I don't know. I don't want to lie. So maybe 2 months ago, 3 months ago.
Yeah, not so long ago.
It's how long ago, Lauren?
Not so long ago. A
Oh
few
yeah. It's not.
couple
Yeah,
months
I
ago.
just found her. I don't know. Maybe Instagram. I,
I think
I so just to end, I listened to both of her albums. The first one, Invisible Woman, that was the first one, yeah, and then Chasing Daylight,
so.
and all the singles and all the little things and stuff. There's some research, some of it probably wrong, so we'll see. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you for your patience for waiting for me to talk. That was enough. We need you to speak because I'm just decoration from now on.
No, I really appreciate being here. I appreciate you listening to everything, and doing a little research. It's nice to speak with you.
Thank you. On my research, this is the first thing I noticed, but I'm not sure about. Were you born in New York but raised in Nashville, Tennessee, or you were born in Nashville, Tennessee, and went to New York and then went back? I have no idea. I'm not sure.
I've been all over. No, I was born in Manhattan. I was
Oh,
born in New York City.
okay,
My parents moved. My parents are from the South. So we moved back to Nashville when I was one. So I don't remember living in New York as a child. I grew up in
okay,
Nashville. I was very lucky, really, because I was surrounded by a lot of talented musicians.
of course.
And then I moved back to New York as an adult
Okay, that's what I
and have
thought.
lived here for my whole adult life.
All right, yeah. So right now you're living in Westchester, New York, Chappaqua.
Yes,
Am I correct?
correct. Yeah, so I live about an hour north of New York City with my family, with my kids
Yeah.
and my
It's been a long time. I haven't been around that area. I think I had hair at that time. I don't have hair anymore, so it's been a long, long time.
It's
Uh,
probably changed a lot. So many people have moved
yeah,
since COVID.
yeah. I remember. Where's the other town? Not too far from the Armonk. Is it Armonk?
Armonk, yep, is
Yeah,
nearby.
yeah. I remember that too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So, like you said, you were raised in Nashville, Tennessee. You grew up in country music. That's the
I did.
epicenter. I don't know if it's still the epicenter right now, but it was.
I think it is still. It's certainly the epicenter of like Americana music for sure still, and I would say country.
Mm,
But yeah, for me, I grew up listening to all different kinds of music. My family is actually from Louisiana and Tennessee.
mm-hmm.
So we listen to a lot of country, a lot of soul music. Um, and I was just very lucky. I didn't realize that as a child, but I was very lucky to have a lot of resources around me in music.
Of course.
Studied piano at Vanderbilt as a kid, and then um, was my English teacher in high school was a songwriter. So I learned
Hmm.
how to write write songs for my English teacher.
That's very interesting.
Mhm.
When did you start playing the guitar? Because you got playing a lot of guitars, and I see you play a lot of times.
Yeah.
So,
So I my formal music education was in on the piano as a
hmm,
child, and then when I started writing songs as a teenager, I started to learn guitar,
okay,
and started taking lessons then. So I would say that um, my like knowledge is more in piano, but my feel for songwriting is on guitar.
hmm,
You don't you can I'm not a lead guitarist, like I'm more of a songwriter guitarist, but you can express a lot just
right,
chords and rhythm on the guitar. So I like to write that way.
right. Did you have any other siblings, brothers and
I
sisters?
do. I have a younger brother and a younger sister.
Oh, okay. Uh, how different are you from them? Are you
Um,
totally different from the other two,
I
or?
don't think so. I think we're all very
Yeah.
like curious learners and critical thinkers. I'm more
Hmm,
musical than they are in
okay,
terms of performance. But we all like are, listen to music is a big part of all of our lives, even
okay,
though my brother and my sister don't make music.
okay,
Um, but yeah, so my sister and I are both uh, clinical social workers.
right.
So we have
Yeah,
have
you got
overlapping interests.
some
Yeah.
things in common. Yeah, a lot of things in common. Uh, uh, I read that your first song you ever wrote.
Mhm.
I'm not sure. You were like around at your age was 14,
14,
and it
yes.
was called Daddy's Little Girl. Is that
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Did you write other before that? Were you writing like in notebooks and just
Yeah. So
things like poems and stuff?
I was always a journaler. Like I was always a writer as a kid and a singer as a kid. And then I took a course on how to write songs when I was 14. A course as like an elective class where I learned about song structure. And I
Hmm.
went home that night and wrote Daddy's Little Girl. And it was kind of like things aligned for me. It was sort of
Hmm.
um, I felt like I didn't fit in before, like didn't know how to express myself, and this was like the language that worked for me and made me feel like whole.
Hmm.
So it certainly like clicked right away. That was something that came naturally to me and that was
Hmm.
very fulfilling.
How did your parents react to that when they read that song?
They loved it. They were
Did
very,
they?
yeah, they loved it. Yeah, they're
Hmm.
very. My mom actually, I have a song I wrote about my mom too in high school that my mom has framed in her house.
Oh, that sounds
Her
beautiful.
house. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Mm.
But at the beginning, I guess you decided to not pursue your musical progression like a commitment into music at the beginning,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well,
Early
so
years.
I actually did make a record in high school.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I was 16, 17. I recorded I guess you would call it an EP, like an extended play, 5, 6 songs, I believe it was, um,
Hmm.
in high school. And then I used that to apply to college. And I was performing in high school and
Okay.
I got into Yale University. And so I decided to go to Yale. And I think I sort of lost track of myself as a songwriter there because I felt a lot of pressure to sort of like capitalize on the opportunity that I had been given to go to
Right.
Ivy League University. And so I felt a lot of pressure to like
Hmm.
a lucrative job.
So you
Uh,
opted out for more like a professional environment.
yeah, so I wanted to live in New York City, so I actually got a job in finance, um,
Right.
which I hated. But it did I made good money and I saved some money and was able to send myself to graduate school with that money. So, I mean, it wasn't for
Mm,
nothing.
of
Um,
course.
and
Right.
I had a boss in particular who was a woman who I really admired and I still think
Hmm.
about often and learned a lot from. Um, but yeah, I was just trying to figure out how to be financially independent. That was very important to me at the time.
Hmm.
And music didn't seem like the way to do that.
Right.
And then,
Hmm.
yeah. And so, years later, after I'd had my kids during COVID, I kind of realized that there was a part of me that was grieving the loss of writing songs and needed to do that. So I started writing again. And things
Right.
have changed a lot in that time where you can self-publish music much more easily than you
Right.
could
Hmm.
before. And so I started doing that and it went pretty well. So I'm still
Right. Hmm. I was going to ask you, what was your first ever job that you held as a teenager? Just
Yeah,
you
that's a great
remember?
question. I'm trying to remember what the act like truly what the first one was. I think it
Maybe
was as
part-time?
a server, like at a
Okay.
restaurant,
In a restaurant in Tennessee, in Nashville?
Nashville.
In
Yes.
Nashville? Okay.
hmm I wasn't very good, but
Uh,
it's a really hard job.
oh, no, tell me, I did that too, but not, in one job I only lasted one day. Imagine
Yeah,
that.
it's a really hard
I
job.
quit the next day.
Um,
Yeah,
I think
but
that was the first one.
yeah, okay.
I did some internships in
Okay.
music publishing and other things like that. Yeah.
All right. But you also went to NYU, no? New Jersey
I
University or New
did. I
York
went to NYU
University?
for my master's degree.
Okay.
So I was already in New York City, and then I decided to become a social worker. I decided I wanted to be a therapist
Right.
um, and wanted to stay in New York. And so I did a degree in clinical social work at
Okay.
NYU.
Hmm. That's very interesting. You did so many things already,
I've lived
and I
nine
just
lives. Yes.
yeah, you're more than my cat. Oh boy, that's nice. So like I said, I just know about her. I just knew about her starting, I don't know, like I said, a couple months ago.
Mhm.
And your first album, well, because the EP, I don't, is probably locked in a vault, so we're not
Yes.
gonna hear it. So the first album I listened to was Invisible Woman, published in 2022. You can guys take a look at it. Not take a look, listen to it. Don't take a look. Just listen and buy if you like it. If you don't like it, buy it also. Maybe you'll like it later. You know what I mean? That's what happened to me. A lot of times I used to buy records. I had no idea who they were, and
And you
because
fall in love. Yeah.
yeah, I fell in love. I have to, especially when you spend money that you don't have. You
Yeah.
know, you have to like it. So I listened to Invisible Woman, not such a thing. I really enjoyed the album, you know. Um the title says a lot about how you felt during that period, I guess. Invisible Woman.
Yeah, so I had my second child 2 weeks before COVID started.
Mm,
So I was lucky because I had a safe, relatively normal delivery experience. But then
right.
the world really shut down. And I think during that time, I sort of like just went into, I was just like laser focused on taking care of the baby
Mm,
and didn't really think about my own well-being very much. And so I think when the world started to open up again, I realized that I was struggling with postpartum depression and really had lost track of myself.
mm,
And so writing songs has always been very healing for me. So I sort of wrote my way through that
okay.
and put all of the thoughts and feelings that I was having into that
Mm,
music.
right.
Um, yeah, so I was definitely feeling invisible.
Well,
Uh,
but you had a husband. I could tell.
I did have a husband,
You
yes.
have a husband.
I have a great husband.
He's
Yeah, I have a great husband.
he's from the UK, I believe.
He is, yes,
I
yes.
saw some beautiful photos from your wedding. I
Oh,
did.
yeah, we had a really fun wedding.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Thank
Nothing like my wedding.
you.
Not as nice.
We had a
But
true Southern wedding, like it was a
yeah.
party. Yeah, so I have a great husband. It certainly wasn't a reflection on him. He was like working 24 hours a day, trying to
Mm,
support us all during that time. I think that all of us were really struggling
right.
to feel like um, again, like we were so lucky, like we were safe, we were together, like so many people were
Right.
not.
Of course.
But emotionally, it was a challenging time for me. And I've always found that like sharing your deepest
Mm,
emotional pain helps other people feel
mm.
less
S-
alone.
So what role has your husband? Does he play anything any in your music career? Has nothing to do any role in your
No, he's not.
nothing.
He doesn't play music. His father was a musician and he loves music.
Mm,
Um, our second date was at a jazz club. Like we both
Oh,
love music. And he's very supportive of me. I think that he, um, like believes in me and wants me to do the thing that makes me happy. And so he's a great stage husband, you might say. Like he's very, yeah, and very supportive of me, like when I need to leave to go play shows and stuff like that. And
right.
really, um, he's a really great co-parent. Like he takes on a lot of responsibility with our kids. Um,
Of course. What regarding your writing, does he have any input? Does he take a look and say, "Ah, I don't like this, or I do like it," or he doesn't
Um,
really?
yeah, well, I mean, he definitely, I don't think that I would be very receptive to him saying I don't like this, but I definitely send him like voice memos of like early song ideas.
Hmm,
And he's generally like very, very
hmm,
supportive. And if he thinks one is especially good, he'll say that.
right.
Um, yeah, but
Hmm,
I think he's kind of like, yeah, he's just very positive and supportive about my writing.
hmm. I also saw a lot of her videos on YouTube. There is a
Hmm.
page where I see a lot of live videos and
Hmm.
live sessions. Uh, you perform in New York City in very legendary venues, I guess we could
At the
say.
bitter end,
Bitter End, yeah,
yeah,
that's very famous. I've been there so many times.
yeah.
And you also, but not in Nashville, but you play at the basement
The
in
basement in
Nashville. Yeah, I've
Nashville,
never been there. That one I don't.
which it's a great, if you ever get the chance, it's like it is a basement. Like it's such a dive, but the sound there is so good.
Hmm,
I always love playing there. It's a really
hmm,
great place to hear music.
yeah. So you collaborated with a lot of musicians from New York City, but also from the UK, right?
Yeah, so when I was making my first album, because it was the middle of COVID, I was, the industry was really all working remotely. So I collaborated um, with one producer who is in Brooklyn, who I still work with a lot, and then one who was in London because it didn't really matter
Hmm,
um, where we were. And we just have a lot of creative chemistry. And so I've continued to work with him. And so sometimes we write remotely or send
hmm,
files back and forth and sometimes he comes over here to record and then I do go it kind of works because I go to the UK at least once a year just for my husband to see my husband's family, so
hmm.
usually when I'm over there I'll go into the studio and
You're
pick
talking
up
about your current producer, Dan Weeks, is that his
Dan
name?
Weeks. Yeah, he's in London.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he has. I read about him. He has a lot of years of experience
Yeah, he's
doing
made like
film and TV. Yeah,
400 albums. Yeah, and a lot of sync, which is like when you
right.
look for film on TV. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's a really,
Is
really
that where he has those studios where you perform some songs?
WWW is his
Studios.
studio. Yeah, it's in
Yeah.
Surrey outside of London. It's it's a converted chapel
Mm,
space,
mm,
which is very beautiful and also like sonically interesting. You can um the acoustics are just
are great, right? Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah. I was looking at it. Yeah. Yeah.
So sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah. Because
he
I saw him playing one of your videos. I think it was it last year, right? In Rye, New
in
York.
Rye, yeah, so
He
he
was
was
playing the cajon
a
for the
cajon. So
Spanish play cajon. I don't know. Okay.
yeah,
How do you say it in English? Cajon? Cajon, right?
probably wrong, but cajon. I would say cajon.
Cajon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have
cajon.
mine right here. Yeah.
The
Um,
box, the
yeah, he
wooden
was a
box.
drummer first, and now he's a
Okay.
producer. So he actually, when we
Yeah.
did that show together, he was here recording my new album.
The one that's not
It's not released
released.
yet. We were
Okay.
doing vocals in this room for the new
Okay.
album, so that's why he was in town. And I had
Okay.
that gig, so he just joined because he co-wrote the songs, and why not?
Gotcha.
Fun, yeah.
Mm.
We
You
we opened for Pete Yorn that night. It was
pick
really
your
yeah.
right. That's what I saw. That was, I don't know, four or five songs that you played. That I saw on YouTube. Yeah, really nice audio on that. Really nice.
Yeah, they do a great
Yeah.
job. It's Mercy College. They're
Okay.
sort of like
All right.
audio engineering
Hmm.
department or school does the audio for those.
Yeah.
And it's very good. very
Yeah,
high.
very good. Yeah. Do you really enjoy being on stage, Lauren? Do you really
I
enjoy
love
it?
being on stage.
Yeah.
I do. I feel I'm kind of shy in person, but I feel very comfortable on stage. Which I don't think is actually that uncommon, but it is strange. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so I really enjoy it.
Yeah, you seem really loose when I see you on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really enjoy it. I feel like it's and just a very nice way to be connected with people and
Yeah.
feel very like embodied on
Yeah.
stage.
I'm not really feeling like I'm a little tense, let me tell you, because you're like my daughter. You're a psychotherapist.
Uh,
So when I
I
speak with
won't
my daughter,
psychoanalyze you. I won't.
every time I speak with my daughter, I try to, you know, I don't. She's
I'm
asking
off the
me. She
clock.
asks me too many questions, and Lauren is not gonna ask me a lot of questions
No.
regarding my personality and stuff. But I feel like she's analyzing me, and I don't like it. Not
Yeah,
just kidding. Just kidding. I
you
don't like
can't therapize your family, right?
Yeah, no,
Yeah, so
no.
I didn't mention that. I worked as a therapist for many years and up until COVID.
Right.
And it sort of all came together because we moved out of Manhattan
Right.
right before COVID to have our second child. So I had closed my private practice at that time
Mm,
and was planning to reopen in Westchester County, and then
mm.
COVID happened. So I didn't, and I ended up writing this album, and here we are. So I haven't been practicing therapy um,
4 or 5 years.
for 4 or 5 years, but the way I see it, I can always go back. Uh,
Right.
and I kind of owe it to myself to see what I can do with music.
Right.
Mhm.
Regarding your children, have you written many songs about your children?
I have. I would say they're kind of always on my mind when I
Mm.
write, but the first song I put out for this project is called Soul Tide.
Yes. Okay.
And it's still one of my most streamed songs. It just really has resonated with people. And that one is about my kids. It's about, feeling sort of split in two because, you love your kids so much and you sort of want to sacrifice yourself for them. But then there's also this sense of loss
Mm.
of self, a sense of self and identity. And so that's what that song is about.
Okay.
Mother love is about them on Invisible Woman. It's kind of what I would say to them. Um, and then there's a song called Everything and Nothing off of my up and coming album that's
Okay.
inspired
Everything.
by them. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I noticed when I listened to the first album, I think I listened to the second album first, and yeah, and then the first album. Uh, well, the first album is more, I don't know, clean. I don't know. No, that probably not the
Stripped,
right word. It's
stripped
not
back.
clean.
It's less produced.
Yeah, the other one, the second one is more complex, complex arrangements, I guess I could say.
Yeah. Mhm.
More detail.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's more cohesive.
It's just
I
more
don't know.
produced.
I
It's
just I enjoy both, but it seems like it's a little more on the bright side, the second one, than the first one. Like
Yeah, I was very sad when I wrote
right,
Invisible Woman, and I actually, I recorded all of those vocals here by myself.
okay,
Like I didn't have an audio engineer.
hmm.
Um, I literally like had a box that made out of blankets right here that I did.
Okay,
So it was a little
yeah,
bit more like DIY,
right,
and like less expensive. Like it was a
right,
smaller project
right,
that I wasn't totally committed to doing music, right? I was doing it kind of for me, for my own therapy. And then when
right,
I did that, I like got the bug and I wanted to make a more comprehensive production. So Chasing
right,
Daylight, I really conceptualized, from start to finish in terms of the sonic world that we were going to be creating and wanted it to be like in contrast to Invisible Woman, which is very dark, to be very colorful,
hmm,
sonically and visually. And so it was just a much more comprehensive um, process from start to finish. And, I had like visual representations of each song that I gave to Dan that he
hmm,
then sort of translated into sound. So it's just a much different.
hmm. You
Uh,
also have to hire more musicians, right?
Yes.
for the second album. Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
And we recorded a lot of it. Dan was able to record a lot of it in England, which is a little bit cheaper.
Oh, okay.
Um, and he has sort of a core set of musicians that he works with who came to his studio, and then I would zoom in,
Hmm.
just like we are, to record like the bass uh,
Right.
instrumental parts. And then we did all the vocals in person, brought in the backing vocalists in person,
Hmm.
added more sort of like acoustic guitar part, sort of like uh, additional parts in
Right.
person together. But
Hmm.
yeah, so
Yeah, it's a great album, Chasing the Daylight. There
yeah.
are, I think it's available in 12 beats,
It is. I have a vinyl. Yeah,
deluxe, and
yes,
also on CD, right?
it is. I
That
have
album?
CDs and I have vinyl. Um,
Yeah,
I probably have one right here. I'll show you. Hang on.
the vinyl one. Yeah.
If I can stay connected. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I remember seeing that picture, that photo.
Yeah, so this is a photo we took on, there are 5 music videos with
Right. I was
Al-
gonna say that because
yeah,
I watched those 5 videos in one shot. It's like a little movie,
the
right?
film, yeah, and it goes from like early pre-dawn light all throughout the day to
Right.
the sunset, and it's the sort of the songs move from darkness through all of the co different colors that are in light in a in light toward light and ending in purple, which is the color that's closest to
Okay.
light. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. So
Did you take art acting lessons? Because you really look really like you know what you're doing. I don't know.
thank you. I didn't. I did as a child,
Okay.
but I don't know. I think I have always this. This is interesting to say, but I think the artist that I was in high school is very much like
Okay.
how I am now. It's just kind of like who I am.
Okay.
Um, but this photo we took on the rooftop
Oh,
of the High music video.
okay.
So if you watch the 5 music videos, it
Yeah,
culminates
yeah. I
on a
remember.
rooftop in New York City.
Yeah.
And so we took this photo that ended up
Okay.
in the
That's
album
really
cover
nice.
on that roof. Yeah.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Uh, and I've been following her on Instagram. I think that's where she is more active.
Yeah,
So she
definitely.
posts a lot of short videos or posts, I
Some
saw in
behind the
one of
scenes.
those photos that she posted, she has a notebook with a lot of songs on it, with some highlighting some stuff, a lot of songs. I don't know if you say 13, 14. I have no idea. I was trying to I was trying to figure out what it was. The
That's the new album.
reading. That's what I thought. It has to be a new album with, it's not an EP because too many songs for an EP. So I don't know about that, but I
Yes,
saw it. I saw
that's in
that.
Woodstock. So last February, so it's 2025. So in February of 2024, I went on a writing retreat with my producer Dan, and then
Okay.
my guitar player who was also named Dan. And we took a bunch of songs that I had written, a bunch of ideas I'd written, and we ended up over the course of a week making 23 demos,
Okay.
which are, rough recordings of songs. And from that, I made what will be my next album, which is called Boxing Day. And,
Oh, okay. Boxing
and
Day, because
yeah,
I guess the song Lightweight has a lot to do with it.
it sure does. Yes. So Lightweight is the first single. There'll be another single in September, and then the album will be out in October.
Mm.
Mhm.
Because on that single, I see you wearing boxing gloves, right?
Yeah. I
Is
think my
that part of a video that you're gonna publish?
that's part of, so I do have a video for Lightweight that I'm
Okay.
working on. I'm actually editing it myself.
Okay. Mm.
That is I tried to sort of not overdo the boxing theme, so it has a little bit of a different theme that I think what you'll find funny because it kind
Okay.
of boxing. But the photo shoot that I did for all of the album artwork, we did in a boxing gym in Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and so boxing has a double meaning in this album because in you may not know this, but in English culture and British culture, the day after Christmas is called Boxing Day.
Oh, like in Canada.
Yes. So
Okay.
it's a holiday that you spend with your friends and your family. Um,
Hmm.
so the metaphor is kind of about like family conflict, like fighting with people that you love.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of boxing,
Hmm. I
visual.
understand. I
And
totally understand.
yeah.
I just don't wear those gloves. But
Yeah.
fighting is part of it, but without the
I
gloves.
just fell in love with the visual. I found this one
Yeah, you're looking great on that photo. I don't know what's gonna happen later or before and after, but you're looking really good. Let me tell you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
I took a few boxing lessons
Oh, you did?
while I was writing the
Oh,
album. Yeah, I
okay.
did.
That's cool. That's cool.
It's very hard.
I
I'm
think
tired.
so. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not easy. It's not easy.
Oh.
Hmm. When you do your writing, is there a lot of papers in your waste basket that you throw out, or you keep most of the stuff for maybe a later time, or you say maybe this is good, this sentence I'm writing, or this verse, but maybe not for this song. I'll just put it on the drawer and maybe later on.
So I have like a running I have a running document where I put ideas that I like or like lines that I like that aren't part of a song. So I have
Hmm.
just like a long list of ideas. And then I also have a journal that I write in every day that is usually not about songwriting. It's just like getting my thoughts out. But then
Okay.
when I sit down to write a song, I kind of try to think of it as its own session where um I try to just finish it, even if it's bad.
Okay. Hmm.
And so usually after that, I'll either like it enough to work with it more or not like it, and then I'll just leave it. So
Hmm.
there's documents on my computer or like pages in my journal of full songs that I just
Right. You just write. It doesn't matter. Could it be in the morning, midday, or at night, or you're more
my
prolific at night?
I'm more prolific in the morning.
In the
Um,
morning. Okay.
it's like life gets in the way, but my ideal situation would be to like write a song every morning before I do anything else.
Hmm. Okay. Gotcha.
That doesn't always happen, but
Right.
that would
Hmm.
be my
Do,
ideal.
do you have like a specific structure you follow when writing a song, or just you prefer to experiment with different
I mean,
formats?
I definitely lean on like folk and pop song structure, I would say. But I think that every time I sit down to write is a little bit different. Like for me, often when I'm having a very intense feeling, I'll just write what intuitively comes from that feeling.
Hmm.
But if I'm not having that experience and I'm just sitting down to write something, I might just give myself like an assign, like uh, give myself a prompt of some kind or
Right.
like a set of four chords because there's different challenges. Like you could write a song that has separate sections, separate chords for every section, and that would be
Right.
different than trying to write a song that's over the same four chords for the same song. And then you have to really challenge yourself to
Gotcha.
write melodies that stand
Hmm.
out. So I would say it happens in all different ways. The
Hmm.
most natural, the most sort of organic is definitely if I'm having a feeling that inspires me.
Hmm.
I feel like for me personally, when I have a very intense feeling,
Right.
writing a song kind of takes it here, you know?
Hmm.
So that's the most organic process for me,
Hmm.
but you can't rely on that because you don't always have.
Of course. It makes sense.
Sometimes you have to show up and like make something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I
Oh,
think like forcing myself to make something every day is the craft.
right. Hmm. Also, if you talk about your sonic, what do you say, sonic
Mhm.
palette, it
Mhm.
has evolved over the years, I guess. Uh, do you have to thank other people for this, or is being just on your own?
I think anytime Dan talks about this too, like
Hmm.
whatever I say comes intuitively to me, like to my mind, is sort of an amalgamation of all the music that I've experienced in my lifetime.
Hmm.
So I can't necessarily consciously know what that is.
Hmm.
But I think that it's true that so for and but I there are certain influences that I can name. Like I think I often remind people of singer-songwriters, female singer-songwriters from the 90s, like Natalie Merchant or Alanis Morissette,
Right.
because I grew up on that music. And
Right.
I also grew up listening to Lauryn Hill, and so there's like sort of a rhythmic quality to the way that
Hmm.
I think about songs. And then I definitely grew up on country music, so there's this storytelling
Yeah.
quality. Um,
Yeah,
so
well, when I read at the beginning, I read they classify you as a country artist. That was long, long, long time. Somebody, I read it on a magazine. It's like country artist. I don't know about that.
yeah, I'm definitely not, but it's, like from an artistic standpoint, genre doesn't mean that much, right? Like
Right.
I
Yeah.
think it's more of a market, it's more of a business
Right.
concept in terms of how you sell and place music.
Right.
I mean, because there are country artists, there are people on country radio who aren't really, like Dasha, like Zach, um,
Right. Right.
Brian, people who aren't really country artists, but who are in that market.
Right.
But yeah, I think this next album is much more like alternative folk rock.
Oh, really? Okay.
Hmm.
Well, that song is a little different. The one, Lightway. It sounds very different than the other songs you have published so far.
Yeah,
It's a little darker. I don't know if darker is the right word, but the sounds, the bass, I don't know. It sounds very heavy. A
yeah,
little,
and
right?
that was intentional. We
Okay.
really, again, like worked very hard to create a sonic world that
Hmm.
feels authentic and also represents the material.
Yeah, I
Um,
really think it's gonna be a great album. Let me
thank,
tell you, guys.
thank
I could
you.
tell. I could tell. Uh, you also took production classes, music production online, right?
I did during
That
COVID.
helped a lot.
Yeah, during COVID, I took a course with Ryan Tedder. Um, and I would say production is not my calling. I feel like it's very hard for me personally to be like in an engineering
Hmm.
frame of mind and also like a creative frame of mind at the same time. But it's definitely helped because I think particularly as I've gotten better over time,
Right. Of course. Yeah.
at writing, like it's just easier to make a demo by myself,
Hmm.
right? Because I have like it's just like it's like a more direct path from my mind to a
Hmm.
producer's ears if I can just make it sound how I envision it, and then from that we can take it to the next place. So it definitely helps, but I do not fancy myself a producer, nor would I want to. Like I really like collaborating
Right.
um
Hmm.
with others because I think it makes the product better and it's more
Yeah.
fun. It's
Makes
lonely.
sense.
Music
Makes
can be
sense.
lonely.
Yeah, I understand. Uh, I was gonna say, I don't know, but can you tell me how does a typical day for you in Westchester is?
Sure. I have to say that no 2 days are the same, but I would like my ideal day would
Hmm.
be that I have childcare. Like my husband travels a lot for work.
Okay.
So an ideal day for me is that my husband is home and we have childcare. So we get up, have breakfast with our kids, get them ready for school, and then someone else drives them. We
Okay.
live kind of in the country, so it's a bit of a commute to get to their school.
Right.
Like it kills
Okay.
an hour, driving. So someone else drives them, and I come and write a song
Hmm.
like before I even like get dressed or take off my pajamas.
Right.
And I, go exercise.
Hmm.
Ideally, go exercise, shower, get ready, and then like spend the afternoon doing meetings or editing or
Right.
filming, or making content or whatever, and then have dinner with my family.
Right.
That'd be the ideal. But it's different every day, and
Of
if
course.
I have a
Things
show, it's like
change. Yeah.
yeah, and also if I have a show, like I have to very intentionally rest during the day.
Right.
So
Take
I
care
try
of
not
your voice. Don't
to do
speak too
anything. Yeah,
loud. Don't
exactly.
yell at your children.
Exactly. I actually had a voice therapist like teach
Okay.
me how to yell at my children
That's funny.
and not hurt my vocal cords.
Right. Oh, I didn't know that.
But yeah, like it's all about placement.
Okay, okay. All right. I don't have to worry about that. Well, my children are already, so I don't have to yell. They will probably yell at me right now.
Yeah,
So
well,
yeah, just the
mine yell at
opposite.
me too.
Just the opposite. It keeps changing. Let me tell you. If we talk, we go- you are gonna be after you release the album because you're gonna be on tour. You have some days that I saw. I don't know if that's after the album, during the release of the album. You're gonna be a couple places. I know you were in Jersey in June,
I was.
in Boonton. What's his name? Hidden Track Records. I was there a couple times,
Oh
but
yeah.
You never told me. I would go there. I didn't know about it, but
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Well, if I go
kidding.
back
Next time,
next
next
time,
time, let me know, Lauren. I'll stop by. It's not that far from where I live in Jersey,
that would be
So
wonderful. I'll definitely let you go and let you know. I've been trying to branch out in what they call like a spiral
okay,
out of New York City. So my fall dates are sort of just sporadic whenever I can play, and then
right,
the intention would be to do a more formal tour where I hit like some of the Midwest and some of the Southeast in the
right,
like winter spring once the
right.
album is out.
If we talk about plans in the well, you're gonna be playing. I know in Chappaqua. That's where you live.
Yeah,
You're gonna be playing
in September. Yeah,
September, and then you're gonna be in Ossining, which is not
in
that far.
November. Yeah, those are writers'
Okay.
rounds.
But you're gonna be in New York City. I also read. I don't know, October the 18th.
October 18th, and
Yeah.
that is top secret going to be the album release.
Let me write down.
We just
18th.
booked it, so I haven't like promoted it as such, but that will
Okay.
be the
All
album
right.
release show.
So I'll keep an eye on that.
That'll be a
Uh,
great one. That'll be the full band.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, and we'll do the full album plus some of the the fan favorites from the last two albums.
Yeah.
And it's at a new venue called Sugar Mouse near
Oh,
new
okay.
to me venue called Sugar Mouse near Union Square.
Oh,
Yeah.
Union Square. That's fine. It's not that far. I could take the path,
Yeah, you could totally come.
of course.
Bring your kids. Bring everybody.
Bring everybody. Bring my neighbor.
Yes.
I'll drag him around. I'll say, come. Stop
It'll be
watching TV. Those stupid shows.
I know, I
You
know.
get nothing out of them. Just listen to good music. Come with me.
Yeah, it'll be great. That'll be a great
Great,
one.
right, Lauren? Yeah,
New York City, like Nashville, they say is music city, but New York has such diversity of talent.
of course.
And the musicians that I get to work with are just world class.
First class, yeah.
And it's a joy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna keep an eye on your Instagram because that's the best way of keeping track with you. What can I say? I have the feeling we're gonna talk again in the future
Me
because
too. This was
don't
really
you think?
lovely. Yes, this was really enjoyable. It's not
You
always.
know,
You
if
know, when
she
you're doing it,
well, I'm gonna send her an email or a message. If she doesn't answer, I'll get angry. But not with her, with me, because I'll say probably did a really bad job, and she said, "Well, should
no,
I talk to this guy
this was a
again?
pleasure. This was a
I
pleasure.
don't think I should talk to this guy again."
I would
So,
love maybe when the album is out, we could do
right, another live. I'll dress for the occasion.
okay, lovely.
Right.
Lovely.
So, I just gotta congratulate you for this song. Lightweight. It's heavy being a lightweight. I don't know. It is heavy. So listen to the song. It's a great song. If you want to listen to that first and then go to the other two albums, you can find her at YouTube. It's easy. She has a web page, easy to find, right? You just type your name
I'm everywhere. Lauren Minear Music across
.com.
all of the platforms.
Right. So it's
You'll be
it's
able
not
to.
that hard. I don't know any other Lauren Miniers. Not yet. So it should be easy to find her.
Yes.
And like I said, keep an eye on her. Go and buy her records
Thank you so much.
and wait for the next one, which
Yes, there'll
I'll
be
do
more.
that. I'll keep an eye because it cannot be any worse than any of those two. Because I listen to the song, it's like this album has something in there that I'm gonna enjoy a lot.
I am biased, but I think it's my best work. And it's a really, I think that Invisible Woman is a very emotional, authentic,
Right.
confessional album. And Chasing Daylight is a very professional album. And this one is both.
Yes.
Mhm.
You heard that, guys? Do that. Take a look at Lauren Venier. She's a great singer. She's a great singer, yeah. And songwriter, the lyrics are really nice. I really enjoy the lyrics. But because my British accent, no, I have to read the lyrics a couple times just to trying to. Well, sometimes the messages are hidden, but what she writes is very directly a lot of times, so it's not that hard to figure it out. That's what I'm
Got to
thinking.
keep you thinking,
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that's nice. So follow her. You could buy a couple T-shirts if she has some available.
There's some
Probably
t-shirts
she
on
has
on
some
the
T-shirts that
website.
I yeah.
Lots of merch. Yeah.
buy
on
a
the
hoodie,
website.
buy one of those hoodies
Yeah.
and a t-shirt. And I just want to wish you all the best. And what's coming is gonna be nice.
It is.
So wish you all the best for the rest of the
So
year,
much.
and hopefully we'll speak again sometimes in
Definitely. I
the
have a feeling
future.
we will, for sure.
And I'll try to do a little better than today. I'll try. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna do better, but I'll try.
This
That's
was a
good
pleasure.
enough. That's
Truly.
good enough.
It was a pleasure.
So thanks to Lauren for being here today, and see you guys next week with another interview, but nothing better than this. Okay, so if you want to watch it, fine. Please check the next one also. It's not that bad. Come on. See you next week.
You were the best of them, I was the worst of me. You knew just what I needed when I couldn't speak. You were my only friend who spoke the truth to me. But lying in your bed, I swear I couldn't